welcome for another episode of the famous Talking Hands, or rather infamous Talking Hands. I'm Straight Six.
You're Straight Six.
And this is my co-blogger, the Prodigal Fool. We're here tonight, guys, with a very special watch we'll introduce in a second, but most importantly, a bottle of Rioja.
Indeed.
Would you do the honors?
No.
What?
I have a little surprise for you tonight.
Which is?
Sure, we can drink a glass of wine or two if you want, but no, I was contacted on Twitter this week by a dear friend of mine who offered me a far better alternative. I'll be right back.
I'll say, folks, this is a little bit unexpected, something out of the ordinary. Let's just see what he comes back with. Oh, not good, not with glasses like this.
Ladies and gents, I present to you...
Are you trying to fit that into the frame?
Yeah, can I get it
there it is. It's a Sambuca.
Luxardo Sambuca, a brand new flavour, cola, no less.
Can I ask you something? Do you think that there was enough promotion in that shot versus what we ordinarily do with our wine?
I'd love to tell you we're being paid for this, but actually...
But we're not?
No, we're not.
You mean we're told to drink this?
As usual,
okay.
We're doing it.
Should we try now? Alright, cheers, and to your very good health, guys.
Let me read you the press release while we digest.
Don't feel you have to, Bart.
Luxardo leads Sambuca innovation with cola and pear. 2 vibrant new flavours have been added to Luxardo Sambuca range. Oh my goodness. No, actually, not bad. No, to be fair, not bad. This is the Frédérique Constant Runabout Manufacture Power Reserve. It's a limited edition, 1,888 pieces apparently. God only knows how they came up with that number. Someone clever in marketing probably told them that was all they could sell.
Or perhaps that's when the brand was founded. But maybe somebody out there could tell us which one is true.
Okay. Well, in any case, the press release says that it's designed to pay tribute to the legendary Runabout gentlemen's sports boats of the Roaring Twenties.
Lake Tahoe, Lake Geneva.
Well, these apparently can still be seen today, gracing the waters of, as you say, Lake Geneva, Lake Como.
Can I say something? Is this entire show going to be about reading the press releases? Because
I'm giving information.
No, but that's okay. Can you move on?
Personally, I've never seen such boats. Anyway,
Power
is over 42 hours. It has a sort of a silver guilloche dial. You've got hours, you've got minutes, you've got date. Power reserve indicator, obviously. The glass is a convex sapphire crystal. It's water resistant to 10 atmospheres, in other words, 100 meters.
Yeah.
43mm diameter.
Which you wouldn't tell from looking at it.
No, feels and looks smaller.
To me, it looks like 40.
I'm sure we'll get to that. And the height is just over 10mm, 10.5mm.
Okay.
So that's...
Did you show the transparent case back?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Folks, very important for a reason. Sorry, we'll try and give you a good, clear shot at that.
So this is the Frédérique Constant Runabout Manufacture Power Reserve.
So a couple of things that really stand out for this. As you pointed out rightfully beforehand, this is a limited edition watch, right? Almost 1,900 pieces. 1888 to be ultra precise. So there's an inherent exclusivity to it. I think the other point that frequently would probably go unnoticed is the fact that this watch has an in-house movement, right? I don't think many people know, but Frédérique Constant makes a large number of their movements in-house. So we've had lots of debates and back and forth because an in-house movement is all that and blah, blah, blah. I think there are times that we've agreed with this, other times we think it's totally irrelevant. At this price point, for this kind of a watch, I'd say that
What
that's
is the
plus.
price point?
So the price point, as I understand, is close to about 3,000 euros.
Okay.
Truth be told, if you go online, though, you'll find sites in the States that are selling it $2,300 and up, right? So, in any case, here in Europe, let's say it's about 3,000. Second point, the design itself is a grower. This watch photographs very badly, and in fact, if anything, I might offer some advice to Frédérique Constant and tell them to redo the shots on their website. Why is it a grower? I think what originally comes across is quite flat, a little bit bland. The more time you spend with it, you can pick up on a number of interesting little design aspects. The guilloche, I think, is pretty tasty.
Well, you see the guilloche, actually,
there are
three different guilloche patterns.
Three? I saw two, but go ahead.
There's the main centre bit, and then there's something here in the middle of the date.
But that's not a guilloche, though.
Well, okay, but it's an engraving of the dial.
Yes. Okay, so that's one. Guilloche,
and then you've
two.
Got this pattern here above the power reserve, which is, yet another type of guilloche. A little bit busy.
A little bit busy, yes, indeed. But I'd argue that overall, this is the kind of design that originally you look at, you probably would pass over quite quickly.
Okay.
I found over a couple of weeks.
So you're saying in-house movement.
Yeah.
Design details like the guilloche dial that are impressive.
Yep. Start to grow on you. And then last, most importantly, I think is really the fit and finish of it. So this watch, as you really pick it up, has got an awful lot of heft to it. More impressively are details like the way the leather strap feeds into the case.
Very nice. I haven't seen that before.
Because you and I are pretty picky about that, right? We've seen a lot of watches.
I don't know if we can show that.
On camera.
There
we go.
It's
see?
Just,
Pull it down a little bit. There you go. So the see how nicely this fits flush with the case. It's unusual. Most watches basically leave massive gaps here. There are literally 4 or 5 brands we've tested recently that have gaps there. Not this one. And it's beautifully, beautifully done. So point 1. Point 2, you got here this little, how would you call it? A double bubble. A nice little repeat here. Oh, just take it easy. A nice little repeat here. I think that's nice and smooth. Feeling it, the case back, sapphire crystal. Once again, very nice. And most importantly, I think, is not only does it have additional heft to it, but it's an incredibly comfortable watch to wear. It's a Q watch. It's a genuine Q watch. It's the kind of watch a lot of people walk past in a window front and not give a second glance to. But spend enough time with it on your wrist, and I think you'll find something far more profound underneath.
Okay. All right.
There we go.
The flip side of that is also distinctly middle of the road. Mediocre. How about that?
I think that's... Do you want to get into the bad now?
Well, no, I'm just reacting to what you said to me about the good points. I hear what you're saying.
Yes, behind it, I think you can hear echoes of something else.
I don't understand. What is it? It's sort of... There's hints of Patek, and that's paying it a great compliment. There's hints of the sort of Jaeger LeCoultre...
the Master Control series.
Exactly, thank you. But I don't see the design identity that's particularly special about it.
Well, so there's...
Is that unfair? I don't know.
No, I'm not sure it is unfair. I think...
would you like some more Luxardo, Sambuca and Cola?
Are we getting paid enough? Okay.
This stuff is like...
But actually, it becomes kind of addictive after a while.
I know.
I kind of find myself going...
One of my first girlfriends. Unpleasant, but you keep going back for more. Cheers.
To your good health.
And to hers.
In any case...
Okay,
No, so hold on. I want to finish on that. Which is, I get where you're coming from with all of this. At the end of the day, though, I think that is a challenge for the brand as a whole. So the tagline for Frédérique Constant is "Live your passion." Well, I think you and I were trying to argue, well, which passion is that exactly? What is it that you want us to live? So maybe we need to move
We should do a whole talking hands on how idiotic some of these watches are.
Well, okay, we could do without it. Now,
okay, so you told us the good. Tell us the bad.
So the bad. All right, look. There's a couple of things. You pointed out beforehand, it's a perfectible design. What do I mean by that? It needs work. So, you pointed out here that we've got the guilloche, we've got a little kind of radial design here, we've got a power reserve dial that's actually slightly off-center that neither you nor I could actually understand,
that's
could we?
It's kind of odd, isn't it? It's not completely...
it's not completely ignited. So
I think they're probably trying to illustrate the fact that when the needle's over on the right-hand side, there's more power, and therefore they've left more space there as a subtle way of illustrating that. But frankly, it just looks like it's a bit off-center.
All right, so we'd argue it could use a little work.
Do you know what? On the design details, something else which I noticed, which really annoys me, is see how all of the Arabic numerals are.
They follow the curvature of the dial, and then they flip around the other way for the 4 and the 8.
So you know exactly where I was saying. Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
The 4, okay, obviously you don't notice it on the 8, but the 4 is flipped. So you go 1, 2, 3, and then the whole thing. Why?
Yeah. Okay. So I agree that
without even realizing what's going on, your brain looks at this and goes, "There's something wrong here."
Yeah, it makes it a bit discordant, doesn't it?
It totally does. Why have they done that?
It does. A bizarre. Agree. Which is hence why we said the design, I think, is perfectible. Second issue, this positioning, the price point, the public prejudice about it, and the positioning of the watch, I think all lend themselves to making its life a lot more complicated than it currently is. If it was fractionally cheaper, we probably wouldn't be asking these questions. If it was more expensive, maybe we'd find ways to justifying why that is. As it is right now, I think what's the problem with this watch is, where is it? Where does it land? And this is the question you were asking beforehand about what is its identity? What is it trying to do? This is my third bad point. Having spent a little bit of time exploring this, unwinding it, working the crown and so forth, there's some issues that I would basically highlight. So one of them is that when in adjusting the time itself, I felt individual clicks, which I've never felt beforehand on a watch. So as you unscrew this
do you know what that
crown,
means?
No, I don't. And actually, we'd throw this out there to our audience, right? We don't actually know in this case. Most watches that we have, when you adjust...
It may be a feature, not a bug.
Yeah, exactly. When you adjust the movement, it's a smooth, feelless movement. There isn't anything that you have any kind of an edge or a hook on. Here, in fact, what you can feel is individual, almost clicks of a rotor side. It's a little bit strange. The other thing is that to unscrew it, right, it's quite hard. So you do this, there you go, crown, bang, you're out again, date, time, once again, by the way, a little bit of play, we don't like this.
There's a lot of play in
There's
this.
a lot of play in this movement as well.
I
I would undoubtedly recommend this watch to somebody who has, say, a 1 or 2 watch collection, and they're looking to buy something a little bit special. They got a taste for the particular, a taste for the unique, and most importantly, perhaps, they want to be able to tell other people about an in-house movement.
Hang on, can I just try this on?
Go ahead, yeah, please, try. By all means. So, in that sense, I think that's quite special. You're gonna... Okay, there you go. Remember to adjust... Huh?
Ow. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Bit tight.
Oh, come closer. Okay. There you go. So, all things considered, if I had, say, a sports watch, let's be a little bit conventional, a nice little stainless steel Rolex, and I was looking for a dress watch or something that could occupy a train in between, I think this is a great, great little brand to consider. Price, it's a Q watch, as far as I would describe it, and has an in-house movement. I generally don't think you can find that anywhere else. However, and here's the other side, as a watch collector, I wouldn't buy it. Like you and I have pointed to before, and it occupies too much of a middle ground where we're trying to figure out what it is and what it's about. So, okay, what's your bottom line?
Thank you. You've given, as usual, very long, prolonged, granular, detailed,
Nobody's perfect.
Terrible.
Nobody's perfect. Okay,
here's my bottom line. And actually, you may not even recognise this, but it's exactly the same as yours.
Which is what?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy it.
Okay, you wouldn't, but would you recommend it to somebody else?
I would not, because it's just too middle of the road. It doesn't have its own identity. And that's actually what you said. You said it in a far, far longer, more elaborate terms than me, but that's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. The stuff that you're here to like, absolutely for sure, but all things considered, price and overall design and the whole package, there's not enough individuality about it. You would not spend 2,000 to 3,000 euros on this. No, not with the other alternatives available to you. So, nice try, guys, but I'm sorry, no. All
right, well, okay, bottom line is I would question what other alternatives there are with an in-house movement, with this kind of quality of construction at that price range.
I give you Nomos.
Yes and no, yes and no. I think that's a different story. I don't entirely agree. I think you're being completely unfair, unreasonable, insensitive, and downright sadistic. So no, I disagree with you completely.
Fine. In that case, let's drink instead.
Hey!
Guys, thanks so much for joining us for Talking Hands. We'll be back shortly with, hopefully...
Well, hopefully we'll finish this by the next time we come back.
Something as delicious as the Luxardo, Sambuca, and Cola. And perhaps another watch that we can either agree on
or disagree on.
Indeed.
To your good health. Thanks, guys.
Join us again soon.
Take care.
about time to wrap it up then, isn't it?
I think so.
Guys, thank you for joining us for Talking Hands. Please join us next time. We'll probably still be arguing. Okay, well, I think that's probably a good time to wrap it up. Oh dear. Straight six has fallen off the table.
Oh, mommy, save me!
Guys.
Quick, just get out of here, quick! Stop it!
Thank you for joining us for Talking Hands.
See you next time! Cheers! Get out of here, stop the tape! Stop the tape!